Getting the AX50 Gold is a rite of passage for any Modern Warfare player. If you're a regular sniper, then you're probably familiar with this gun's high mobility and huge potential for dropping high kill games. If you're new to sniping and are just chasing Damascus or fancy giving it a try, then maybe the AX50 represents a new challenge to you. Whatever it is, this video is going to be showing you how to get this sniper gold as quickly and easily as possible. I'm going to be covering my ideal setup and playstyle, the best game mode for grinding camos, as well as tips and tricks for specific camo challenges. Timestamps are in the description for each section. Monolithic Suppressor, Singuard Arms Pro Barrel, Tac Laser, Singuard Arms Assassin Stock, Stippled Grip Tape. Secondary, something to cover yourself at close range, such as the Akimbo Snake Shot pistols. Perk wise, we're going to be using Cold Blooded, Ghost and Amped. Equipment is a stim and whatever lethal you fancy. This class is designed to strike that sweet spot between rapid aim down sight time and effective range. Sure, you could make a build that exclusively favours a short aim down sight time and turn this thing into an exclusive quickscope machine, but that's not usable all the time. Instead, preserving range means that you can really get the most out of the X50. It's quick enough and agile enough that you can use it on the move, but ranged enough that you won't struggle to pick off distant targets. It is a sniper after all, and reducing it to a medium range only weapon just isn't practical. One of, if not the only, game modes where snipers can be at their most effective is Ground War. This mode features the highest number of players per game, whilst the large maps let you use your sniper to the maximum range it can possibly offer you, adding the fact that there's a vast amount of enemies for you to kill, and you can see why I'd recommend this mode. It's got the greatest potential for high kill games, allowing you to rapidly progress through the camos. Furthermore, the increased size of the map also puts you at a greater distance to most players, reducing the likelihood of a close range disadvantage occurring for you. Sniping is hard in most modes due to the short time to kill, but in Ground War this is balanced out by the increased map size. You'll need to learn the bullet drop of the sniper for sure, but once you've mastered it, taking out enemies at any range becomes possible. There is absolutely no point sitting at the back of the map with a sniper and picking up 10 kills per game. All that's going to do is advance your camo progression at a snail's pace. By the same token, rushing in head first is just going to see you get taken out by the plethora of SMG and assault rifles enemies are going to be using. Instead, the sweet spot is to play aggressively, but also tactically. You don't need to be up close to get kills with a sniper, so make the most of the range it offers you. Flank out wide from objectives so that you can pick off enemy players from afar. This will let you take out enemies at a range where they aren't a threat to you. Getting behind enemy objectives make this even easier, as chances are they won't be expecting you from behind their own lines. Using the Tactical Insertion Field upgrade can also really help with this, as you can guarantee a respawn where you want to be. Don't hang around in one place too long either. Move throughout the battlefield to place yourself at an advantage. Now, plenty of these challenges are obvious, and you're likely familiar with them. On screen now, I'm showing all of the easy camo challenges. These are the ones that happen naturally over the course of playing the game and using the gun. There's little you can do besides making a conscious effort to pursue these, and they come through simply leveling up your weapon and using it in game. I won't cover these as a result, simply because there's little you can do to accelerate your progression. On the other hand, these camo challenges can represent quite the problem to players, and there's plenty of guidance I can give you to make your life easier, so I'm going to be covering these ones in greater detail. The first is TOPO, requiring 50 long shots to complete. If you're struggling with this, then I would recommend adding on the 32-inch factory barrel. Adding on a long-range sight such as thermal scope can also help you here. Both of these massively increase the effective range of the X50, making long shots much easier to pick up. Play in more of a defensive manner and make the most of high ground, which gives you clear views of the map. You need to be patient and take your time lining up shots on distant enemies. I'd always recommend aiming for headshots, as the likelihood of you landing 2 shots at long shot range is obviously much lower. Ideally, figure out a few spots on each map that you're comfortable with and make the most of them. I'd personally recommend Poor as a great map for long shots, due to the masses of high ground and long lines of sight. Tiger is next up, as this needs 50 mount kills. This is definitely more of a test of patience, as mounting up disrupts any kind of game flow. You can make it easier again by aiming for headshots and making sure you pick up every kill that you can. There's nothing worse than landing a hit marker from a mount kill, as it just means you have to do it for that bit longer. Make an effort to stay away from the main action, as you won't be able to mount up mid-combat. Instead, cover objectives from wide angles so that you can pick off enemy players easily. You're going to be very exposed when mounted, so you want to make sure you're not being targeted before you even shoot. Ideally, get behind enemy lines to pick up kills on players who can't see you. Reptile requires 75 kills without attachments. This totally changes the way this gun handles and is used, which can be really off-putting if you're used to a particular setup. Without attachments, you lose any resemblance of stealth or really agility. As a result, going on long streaks and picking up lots of kills becomes that much harder. For this camo, you really need to just get as aggressive as possible. There's no point trying to play tactically and flank enemies, as everyone will know where you are as soon as you shoot. Focus on getting a kill each life, and don't hang around in one spot after you've gotten that kill. This one is more of a pain, as everyone will know where you are, so you just need to be patient and persistent. Skulls is last, and it needs 25 3-kill streaks. You want to be playing tactically for this, and avoiding close range engagements at all costs. You're at your weakest when you enter short range, so make the most of the size ground war offers you. Stay away from high traffic areas. Instead, snipe into them to pick up the kills that you need. Avoid long range camping players, as wandering out in front of a mounted thermal sniper can see your kill streak ended pretty quickly. Balance out aggression with caution. Don't charge in, but don't spend all game chasing one kill streak. So long as you're playing tactically, flanking objectives and making the most of cover, you won't struggle with this challenge. The gold AX50 is very rewarding and poses a nice change of pace from the countless red guns in this game. Getting it gold can be a challenge due to the challenges required, but it's easily done if you know the right way to go about doing it. I hope this video has helped you, and that you can enjoy getting this sniper gold as quickly and easily as possible.